What's going on, man? How you doing? How you
Hey,
doing?
hey, how's it going, man? I was trying to get on my Mac, and
Uh-huh.
I've never done it before, so I switched to the iPhone.
Oh, well, you're here now, so that's what matters. That's what matters. So this is the Herfador. I am Ray to Life. Um, my guest today is Mr. Yuel Neal. Man, go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, your IG name, your company name, and where you're located at.
Well, my name is Yuel Neal. My IG name is Chevalier Critiques, and my company name is ChevalierLife.com. New to the game. I'm located in Forney, Texas, about 20 miles east of Dallas.
20 miles east of Dallas. All right, man. I appreciate you accepting the invitation. I really do.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm glad to be here. When I met you, it just kind of clicked, man,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
I couldn't wait to sit down and talk to you. We chopped it up on Instagram a few times in Messenger, and then, man, I was really excited when you came down to the Black Cigar Festival and
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I told you I was
supported
gonna be
that.
there.
That was amazing, man. It was a great feeling just to meet you in person, and like I said, I'm glad to be here.
Man, it was great to meet you. Matter of fact, this is one of the lighters that you can get at the ChevalierLife.com. One of these lighters right here. It's a real good lighter. Great flame to it. Great soft flame, not too hard. This is a four torch lighter? Yeah, four torch lighter.
Yeah, four
Great
torch
lighter,
light.
man. Great lighter. So man, how long you been smoking cigars?
So I started smoking cigars about 10 years ago, off and on. And
Hmm.
maybe 3, 4 years ago that I started doing it consistently and trying to learn my palate, and that's
Right,
that's probably been
right.
the hardest thing to do is to try to learn my palate. But I'm getting
Yeah.
there. I realized that I like the really robust flavors, so it's been working for me.
One of the things that helped me learn my palate, man, is to get what some would call a cigar Bible. Write down everything you get out of the cigar, so that way, you kind of have a go back when you smoke a different. When you're like, oh, I remember these flavors, and I called it this. You know, so that's one of the things that I do to kind of help me to develop my palate a little bit more.
Okay, that's a great idea. I'm gonna take that advice. That's one thing about me, man. I take all advice, all constructive criticism, because it's all about learning and growing, man, in the culture. So,
Right, right.
that's what I do.
What you smoking on now?
Right now, I got a Perdomo 70. It's a Maduro,
Mm,
man. Large gauge cigar, strong. It's a robust flavor. It's a big cigar.
hmm.
And I really like this one, man. I don't smoke it very often. When I first started out smoking, I was always on the flathead 770s.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was, I started out, strong. And,
Right.
um, again, trying to develop the palate, I started trying some different things. And last year, I joined the Astute. I joined one of the lounges here, Astute's
Hmm.
Barbershop and Cigar Lounge, and that's when I
Right.
started really learning. Jeff started turning me on to some different brands, and I started learning that bigger is not necessarily stronger. I started
Right.
learning about those earthy wood tones and the different notes and the flavors, and so, but I put, this one was one that I kind of go to on the regular.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the deeper flavors, the richer flavors, the earth, the leather, the
Yeah.
wood, the nuttiness. I like those flavors in my cigars. So why do you smoke cigars?
You know what, man? When I first started, I had a kid. That's
Uh-huh.
my first kid was born, and I started smoking. But you know what? To be honest, it kind of took on a whole nother life, man. The culture, there's so much that comes along with smoking cigars, and there's so many people that just won't do it, and they really shy away from it until they get out there in the culture, and you start learning about this lifestyle and how it brings people together. Look at us.
Right.
We never met each other before social media, and this is a perfect example of how social media becomes reality.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was a big part of it for me. And when I even first started Instagram, man, just it wasn't really about smoking. I was doing a little bit of cigars, here and there, but it was
Hmm.
really about getting out and being a foodie, you know, uh, drinks, alcohol. But then, man,
Yeah.
the cigar life just kind of just it really crept in and took over. You know,
It'll
it
do
took
that.
over.
It'll do
Yeah,
that.
and I'm addicted.
Yeah, man, it's so much that comes with it. You know, the fellowship that you get when you're enjoying a good cigar
Right,
with another average cigar smoker, and you get to talking about your past experiences with cigars, how you got into cigars, and all of these things. Um, and then it develops into something more after that.
right,
You know,
right.
um, so yeah, that's a good answer. Why you smoke cigars?
Yeah, I
That's a
mean, it
great
really
answer.
is
You
the
know.
most honest answer I could give you, man. It's a real simple thing. It's just the culture, man. I have met so many wonderful people, including you, and even when I came to the Black Cigar Festival, I had a lot of people following me. But man, to just kind of reach out and kind of be able to touch somebody, one of the perfect people, one of the beautiful people I met was the lady that runs Numbers by Nita.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
and just from my posts and things, man, it's almost like we knew each other. But she gave me some great advice, man. She said some of the things that I already knew, but she said, you just got to be open. You got to be
Right.
willing to listen and get out here, man, and just talk to people the way you've been doing. And that's what I've been doing, man. I love this culture. It's
Yeah.
more about the culture than it is the actual cigar.
And that's a big part of. Well,
Hmm.
I love the cigars too, but the culture, it goes hand in hand, and that's a huge part of it. I've met a lot of people just over cigars. You
Right,
know, people who I probably would have never talked to before, never
right.
talked to ever in life. Over cigars, you get to talking to people, and you meet a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about it. That's one of the things that I love about it. You know. So how would you define a good cigar?
You know what? I love a good aroma. It's got to be pleasant to the eye as soon as I look at it. It's got to be
Yeah.
put together well. I've seen some that get my eye, like the torpedoes. I
Mm.
love the torpedoes, and one in particular that I really like is the Placencia Uma Fuerte. Is
Uh huh.
a great cigar, and the way it looks, the way it tastes. It's got it's almost a medium to full kind of flavor, and those
Right.
are the ones that I go for. And a lot of times, man, I'll try something. I'll walk in the humidor, I'll read some of the cards and say, okay, I know this one's medium to full, looks pretty good, and it looks like it's made well. Let me try it.
Right.
Let me
Yeah,
try
that's
it.
one of the things that I do. I try to grab. I definitely always gonna grab Emperor's Cut when I see them,
Hmm.
but I also try to grab something that I've never had before.
Yeah,
Just because it's millions of cigars that I haven't smoked.
yeah,
I smoked a bunch, but it's millions that I haven't even tried, and a lot I haven't even heard of. So I try to find different cigars, and that's one of the great things about cigars. Is there's so many, and no two cigars are the same. The same.
exactly.
The company is going to be the same, but when you go from this stick to a completely different stick from a different company, no two cigars are going to be the same.
Never, never.
You
And
know.
you know what I find interesting? Something that I do is that I'll go to different lounges around DFW because
Hmm.
everybody's carrying some of the same stuff, but they all have different things. And
Right.
so I try not to, this is going to sound funny, I try not to just frequent the lounges that cater to black people. I go to all the lounges because
Yeah.
that's where my palate is starting to, kind of get out there, man. I
Right.
went to a lounge in Denton, Texas, and I smoked a cigar. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was a little funny looking cigar. Never heard of it. Man, it was one of the, and they only had one in the box. When I got the box, that was it. But
Yeah.
I guess it was a really popular cigar, and that's been a year or so ago. I can't remember the name, but it was a great cigar. So that's what kind of started me to jumping out because I was trying to support black brands, but I was
Hmm.
also smoking a lot of other stuff. But I was doing Definition. Uh, I
Great
hadn't had a
pick.
chance to get an Ancestry cigar yet. That's one that I really want to get. I hit the Don Cierto that I got down there when we were there. The
Yeah,
coffin.
I got two of his. Yeah, I got
Man,
one of
that
those. I
coffin is
got one.
amazing, dude.
Yeah, that thing there
That's
is
an
good,
amazing
boy.
cigar.
That thing there is good.
And so
And he's
that's what I
he's
try
here
to
in
do.
Houston, so
Yeah,
you
yeah, I
know.
know. I got a chance to meet him and really talk with him after you left. And
Hmm.
hey, man, he's a great guy. And those cigars, man, like I said, he hit me with the coffee. He's like, this gonna change your world. I said, okay. So, I got out here and did my patio vibe, right? I was sitting there, I
Hmm.
fired it up, man, and I hit it. And I didn't have his number or anything. I should have sent him a message and said, "You're right. You're right. I got to order that." And I tell you another
Yeah.
one I love, Cigar Rich Cigars, the Ghana.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't had a Ghana, you missing out.
I gotta grab me one of those.
Hey, man,
I'm
that
writing it
Ghana is
down.
amazing. It's an amazing cigar. And that's what I try to do, just kind of spread it out and try as much as I can. And the ones that really make an impression, I roll with them. I got them in my humidor.
That's what you gotta do, man. Because it's so many out there. You just gotta keep trying them and trying them and trying them and trying them, and you never know what you'll come up on.
Right, right, right.
All right, so let's go back to the ChevalierLife.com. So what do you
Okay.
offer? What does your company offer?
Well, we're new. We're new. So right now, initially, we've got 7 humidors, 2 of which are travel style humidors. We're offering some apparel. I've got 4 designs designed by me and my sister. Um, 4 designs for men, 4 designs for women, and those will change periodically. I'm gonna stay with my red lid. I think you got the red lid.
I got the
You
red
got the
lid.
red lid. I want to stay. The red lid ain't going nowhere. Lady asked me the other day. I had it on.
That's a good one there.
She was like, "Is that you?" I was like, "I don't think so, but yeah, that's me." But
You
we
better go and say
offer
that's you.
we offer the 4 shirts designs for men and women. Something I was looking to do something that was going to reach out and grab people. Something that was
Right.
different from what everybody else was doing. I didn't want to just say stay smoky. I just wanted you to be able to look at the shirt and be able to tell, okay, this dude loves cigars, or this lady,
Yeah.
she loves
Yeah.
cigars. It's an experience. It's a lifestyle for her. It's not just smoking a cigar. And so
You're
that's
right.
that's how we
Right.
came up on the shirts. But Chevalier Life will, in the near future, uh, we're going to start doing some parties, getting out and, just kind of promoting the cigar lifestyle. Of course, with the post, you've seen it all. We offer music and some wisdom,
Right.
and we
Right.
want to set a vibe, a
We're
coaching
gonna get
journey,
into
if you
that.
will. That's
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah.
doing initially. And
Okay.
in
Okay.
the near future, we'll be planning some events and promoting the Chevalier lifestyle a little bit more.
So what is the Chevalier lifestyle?
You know what? The Chevalier lifestyle, the best way to describe it is just cool. It's a vibe. It's, you know, spontaneity. It's love. It's peace. It's happiness. It's relaxation. It's everything that's got something to do with things other than stress and work in your daily life.
Love and
It's an
happiness.
Man, it's an escape. The best way to describe the Chevalier lifestyle is escape. One of the things I say a lot, I try to be open. I try to be authentic. I want to take care of my family. I want to be real and take care of my community. And I want to do things as a part of the Chevalier lifestyle to promote, those principles. And that's what it's
Hmm.
really all about. It's not just about cigars, man. It's about, spreading love, being love, connecting with people. That's what the Chevalier lifestyle is. It's enjoying the music, savoring the food, the cuisine, if you will, and taking in the wisdom and applying it to our lives daily. It's all of that. Chevalier
Yeah.
lifestyle can be everything. And I
It's
plan for it to
all of
be
that.
everything.
Oh yeah, man. I gotta get me some of that Chevalier lifestyle.
You sure do, brother. I'm coming back down to Houston. I'm gonna bring you some.
Oh yeah, come on, man. We gotta
I'm
bring me
coming
some of
back.
the lifestyle because I need me some. Man, so how do you choose what products to offer? Like how do you choose what products go with the Chevalier lifestyle?
It's a simple process, man. It's the things that I like. You know, um, I try to think about what other people like, but man, there's just so many people and so many different views and things that are important to people. I try to pick the things that I like. I'm a very versatile person. So
Right.
like I said, with the shirts, I tried to pick shirts that were different from what everybody else was doing. Your
Mhm.
humidors are a little bit different than what you see. They're some are classy, some are a little more trendy, or some people will call it Art Deco. I don't know. But I have one that's called Beauty is Her Name. It's a very contemporary box. I think I posted it the other night. Um,
Mhm. Yeah,
it's
yeah, I
a
saw that one.
real wood square box with a single 2-inch piece of glass going down one side. Very contemporary. But I wanted to do something different. I didn't want it to look like the old English things that we used to see, the big bulky boxes and things like
Right,
that. I
right.
wanted to be, today's culture, man, people are a lot more stylish. In our community especially, they're all about style. They're all about a fit. They use words like feng shui. I never even knew what that was until a
And
few years
classic.
ago. Yeah, classic.
We
And
getting to
so,
that.
that's how I pick my products, things that give me that feeling. And I'm always open to change. I'm sure because we're in our initial phase of business, I'm sure there's going to be some changes. There's some things that we're adding
uh,
coming in September. They're going to be really impressive. I'm not going to tell it, but stay
yeah.
tuned. I think you'll
All
really
right.
like it. But what I
Hey,
want to do is create something when somebody looks at it, they say that's a Chevalier product. Not because they see the name, but they can look at it and they can tell this is something that Chevalier would do.
right, 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 man. Yeah, don't spill the beans. Everybody, go to chevalierlife.com and stay tuned to chevalierlife.com.
Yes, come
So
on
that
through.
way you can see what's going on.
Yes, yes,
Man.
definitely.
So we touched on it earlier, but let's talk about thoughts of a classic man. How did that come
Okay.
about?
Well, it started out initially as thoughts of a brother of the leaf. And
Hmm.
a little side note, I'm a member of an internet group called the Classic Men. They are a group of men over 40, very stylish guys, very, very stylish men of distinction. And I was asked to join this group, and I did. And we never met. We all post pictures on Instagram. There are some very sharp guys. Very fashionable. I always tell them when we talk in our chats, man, I wish I could be as fashionable as you guys. You guys are super fly. But what they told me, it's all about your style. Who you are. That's why we chose you to be a part of our group, because you bring something different than the normal fedoras, and you have your own style. And so when I came up with thoughts of a brother of the leaf, after I joined that group and spent a lot of time chatting with those guys, I changed it to thoughts of a classic man. And what the thoughts are about are things that I read. I read a lot, and so things that
Hmm.
I read or I'm thinking about, I have a lot of time to think in my day, and things that I'm thinking about, I'll jot notes. Or sometimes, man, I'm just online and I'm reading quotes and things that I'm trying to apply to my daily life. Some of those are quotes from authors. Some of those are things that, man, I'm standing at work building trucks and I just have a thought and I stop and jot it down. And
Huh.
I actually will save it in my notepad. And when I get up in the morning at 4 a.m. and I'm driving to work, man, whatever I'm thinking about, because that's my time of reflection when I'm alone, whatever I'm thinking about at the time, I just post it, man. There's no real methodology to what I'm doing. It's just all about the thoughts that are in my mind at that time. So when you see those thoughts of a classic man at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're seeing what I'm thinking about. I'm just sharing what's on my mind at the time.
Is literally thoughts of a classic man.
Thoughts of a classic man. And man, in today's society, we have so much going on, man. Sometimes you just want to try to make sense of it. And that's my way of making sense of the things that are going on in my head. I always got a lot going on,
Right.
whether it's on politics or, relationships or whatever it is, man. But a lot of the thoughts of the classic men are meant for men to serve as a guide in your thought process as you approach things. You drop these nuggets, man, and I get a lot of messages saying, "Hey, brother, that was something that was on my mind. Thanks for sharing that." And that's what's important to me, that whatever I'm posting, that it either blesses or ignites a fire within somebody, or maybe even raises their spirit,
Right.
from a place where it was low. That's all it's simply about. And I love
Right.
doing it. I'm very passionate about it, man. And again, I keep it it's very spontaneous in those. I don't
Yeah.
I don't have a app where I go in and set all my stuff up every day and then it posts automatically. These are done on the fly every morning
By you,
by me,
a classic man.
a classic man.
Man, I just had an idea. I'm gonna talk to you about it a little bit off this camera. I just had a great idea. So on that, what is your definition of a classic man?
Man, a classic man is a man of distinction, first of all. He's a man that loves his family. He's a man that's open. He's a man that's always authentic in any situation. And like I said earlier, he's a man that takes care of his family and he takes care of his community in whatever way he needs to. You know, he he puts off an image of class, power, honesty, and love. You know, and to do that, man, you got to be open. And I've
Yeah,
always been an
yeah.
extrovert in some senses. But you know what, Ray, man? Sometimes, man, I'm not so sure of myself. You know, as
Hmm.
extrovert, as open as I can be, sometimes, man, I doubt myself a lot. And so the thoughts of a classic man are also a way for me to work through the issues that I deal with every day. Just being a father, you know, I've got a blended family. I've got, you know, 5 children, my wife and I, and it's a blended family. She's got 2, I got 3. And just the everyday things that we deal with, man, thoughts of a classic man is my way of working through all of that,
Right,
whether
right.
it's on the job or, you know, just the things that are going on in our current climate in our nation right now. That's my way of working through those things, brother.
Yeah, man, and that's a great way to work through and to put that out there to help other people. Because I be reading them and trust me, it helps.
I
And
thank you.
when I see it at 6 o'clock in the morning, it helps. It really helps.
Thank you, brother.
Um,
I'm glad to hear that.
so that's a great thing, man, and I appreciate you for doing it. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you
Um,
so much.
yeah, man. So let's get back to Chevalier life. So, what were some of your biggest obstacles in getting started?
Uh, there was one big obstacle, bro, and it was me. It was me doubting myself. And you know, um, I'm speaking from from just being a black man in America. You know, I'm not a negative person at all. But sometimes, man, I've been my biggest and worst enemy. You know, sometimes it's not the enemy around you. I heard my pastor say one time, it's not the enemy. The enemy is in a me. And that was
Oh,
one of the deepest things that he said, man. He said this maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was dealing with some things, you know, I just got married to my second wife, and I was dealing with some things within myself. And so the Chevalier life is kind of based on everything that I went through and all of the things that are things that I like in life and things that I don't like and how I navigate, you know, through those things. You know,
right,
one of the
right.
things about the Chevalier life is music is key.
Mm-hmm.
Music is key. And if you
Music
notice,
will
I'm
get you through
all
some
over the
stuff.
place on music. I'm playing what I
Yeah,
feel. I
yeah.
always put some jazz with my thought, and then I come back with a cigar track of the day because this is the stuff I'm listening to when I'm smoking. And when I'm smoking, I'm thinking.
Right,
You know,
right. I mean, when you're smoking, it's a great time to think and reflect. I
exactly.
always tell people you can't be angry smoking a cigar.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
You
And if you
cannot be
are, you ain't
angry
really
smoking a
smoking.
cigar. Right, and if you are, you ain't gonna finish it. You gonna stop. It's gonna go out. You gonna walk away. But by the time, if you actually smoking it, by the time you get past that first third, you're no longer angry.
No, you can't be.
You thought about everything. You passed that, and you
Right.
can't be angry smoking a cigar.
And so guess
And
what you're doing at that point? You're savoring your life. And
I
people
like
don't
that.
understand when I say that, when I say savor your life. Man, one of the things, I'm not a wealthy man. You know, I work hard every day. My wife works hard every day. I didn't come from money. But one thing I learned how to do, and I've taught myself in the last few years, is how to enjoy my life no matter what. And that's what the Chevalier life is really, really about. It's just another principle of that lifestyle, man, is to enjoy your life, whatever you're doing. If you're not smoking cigars, cool. You know, enjoy the whiskey. You know,
Right, right.
enjoy the whiskey. Listen to the music. You know, I play music that again, I've been a person in music for many years, man. I'm 54 years old, so I've heard it all. And And I play a lot of different stuff. You know, I have blue eye soul moments. You know, I have a little bit of everything. I bust them down with some ambrosia one day, and a lady hit me in my inbox, and she just put on it. What you know about that?
I know
I
you
know
bust
about
out that Boney James.
yeah. Hey, look here. Boney James and Marion Meadows are my two favorite smooth jazz artists. I try not to play them all the time, but if I had my way, I would play them all day, every day.
All the time.
You know, I would play them all day, every day, bro. I mean, I am Boney James. And when I was younger, believe it or not, you're not gonna believe this, but I used to sing a little bit. I used to sing a little bit. I used to try.
Don't bust him
I
down
thought
with
I
a.
was Luther for about 5 or 6 minutes, man. When I was
Y'all was a
12,
singing group. Won't you sing something?
I wasn't even singing it, man. You ain't gonna put me on the spot like that. Hey, I got to sing it now with this cigar in my hand. You know, ain't gonna tell me what to do. You might have to
Gotta
get
cut
that
it
one
short.
on next one. But that's how the
Oh
music
man.
came about. That's how the music came about, man. My love for music and, you know, harmonies and singing and the way music is put together. You know, and music for me inspires emotion in a way that, you know, I don't know how other people do it, but man, I can listen to some songs and I can feel a wide range of emotions, man. And I'm just in tune
Yeah.
with that stuff. And
Yeah.
that's all of that plays in together with Thoughts of a Classic Man, the cigar track of the day. When I get, man, when I'm not feeling well or I got something on my mind, I hit this patio, I turn on Pandora, or I hit my Bluetooth, I fire up a cigar, man. I start reading or thinking, and you know, that's how all that came about, though. It's just
Yeah.
that simple. It's a very organic process.
That's a great thing, man. That's a great thing. Music always takes us somewhere. You know, a lot of people, if the music that you listen to evokes some feelings, then that's
Mm-hmm.
good music.
Oh
If
yeah,
you just listen to, then nobody, you know, that's all right,
yeah.
the right thing.
I
But if
gotta
you got
have
some
something that's
music
gonna
that
take
makes
me
you
there.
sit there,
It's
then
gotta
that's
take me there, man. It's gotta
it's gotta make you,
yeah. You know,
you
that's
know,
that journey move right there. You know, when
yeah,
you're on
you
that,
gotta
you're on a
throw
journey
that
and
head
you move
back,
like
close
that.
them eyes, and shake that head.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Like your mama
that's
used
good
to do when
music.
she listened to Millie Jackson. Your mama used to listen to Betty Wright. Listen, Betty Wright, old boy. Let me tell you something. You after the pain,
Oh
you
man,
don't want me to call you baby. I mean, that's you know,
yeah,
my mother used to do all of that, bro. She sit back in the house, be jamming, you know, and so, but that's how you know music does that to me.
music takes you places. Music, the music you listen to should take you somewhere.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
got to
it
be a
should.
journey.
It should. Right.
It's a
Right.
journey. Yes, sir.
So, so how did you overcome you? If you were your biggest obstacle, so how did you overcome you?
Well, well. First of all, I'm a hustler in some sense, so you know I had to whenever it gets right, and I'm a Marine. I'm a Marine also, and so you even when you're fighting battles with yourself, I've always taken the stance that I don't have time to fight this battle too long. I got to figure it out. I got to tough through it. You know, I got to pull up my bootstraps and get to running.
Right.
And so as it related to Chevalier life, man, my wife was instrumental in in helping me to not only realize my vision, I've always realized it, but to put it into action. And, you know,
Right.
that was something that, you know, I would doubt myself and I would have all the answers, but then I'd be like, I can't do it. It was just that simple. And my wife and my sister, man, and you met them both at the
Right.
joint.
Yeah. At
And
the cigar festival.
yeah, they are both very instrumental in helping me to realize my true potential. And my classic men brothers, man, you know, those guys are phenomenal, man. And there's a few of them that live here in Dallas that we got
Hmm.
together recently for a photo shoot. I think I posted a couple of little videos.
Yeah, I saw that.
We put some teasers out there, but we're gonna post the whole thing. But just in talking with those guys every morning, man, right around 5 o'clock, we all start chatting. And these guys are all over the nation, and there's one or two guys that are outside of the country.
Oh
And
wow.
just some of the things, man, the authentic conversations that we have, man, they're enough that they've helped me to really kind of come out of my shell. And again, I don't want to act like I'm shy because I'm not. I'm seeing all these people that are on this line right now. They know that I'm not shy. But sometimes, man, in my quiet moments, you know, there's the doubt, and I have to, you know, push through it. And that's kind of how it happened, man. I just, you know, through the support of other people and being
Right,
open enough to hear other people is what helped me
right,
to get
right.
to where I am at this point right now.
Yeah, man. That self doubt will kill you.
Yeah,
Self doubt will definitely kill
that's your
you.
biggest opponent in life.
Yeah, yeah. You
That's
are
it.
your biggest opponent. You can't let that self doubt, creep in there. Once it creeps in, it if you can't overcome that, it'll kill you.
It's
It'll
cancer
definitely
stage
kill you.
4, man, is what it is.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really, really is,
No,
brother.
no, no cure for it. Once it gets too deep, no
Yeah,
cure for
it
it.
really
So,
is. I got to give some credit to a person though. So you know Eris from the Black Cigar Festival, right? Do you know Eris Shaw?
I don't know.
You don't know. So he's one of the guys. Him and Howard Chapman are the two guys that put on the Black Cigar Festival. And
Okay,
Eris
okay.
is my brother. He's
Oh,
my brother. I was married to his sister, my first marriage, and we've always remained really close. And let me tell you something, man. Throughout my life as an adult, and all the years I've known him over 30 years, and all
hmm,
the years, man, he has always been one of the men in my life that spoke positive into me when I really couldn't even hear it. You know, he's a
right.
spiritual guy. You know, he loves God. I'm a Marine and I love God, but I act a fool sometimes. And he was the one person, man, in my life that, helped me realize my dream about Chevalier life way back in 1995, man. We sat in the Red Cat in Houston. I walked in
Mm,
the Red Cat
I've been
years
there.
ago. Yeah, I walked in there years ago, and if you know the Red Cat, you walk in. They got these exposed brick walls and the bar and all this. And I walked in there one day with him, man. I was just in Houston kicking it, and I said, "Man, I want this one day." I wasn't smoking cigars then, you know. It was all about music back then. I was really
Right.
doing some singing back then, and it was all about music, man. And then, cigars just kind of crept in over the years, and now I just want to put it all together,
Yeah,
But that's how I
yeah,
got past a lot of my doubts, man, is experiences and other people. Just say, the
yeah.
shit of it.
Other people are instrumental in your development because if you can't deal with other people, if you can't hear what they're saying,
Right,
sometimes people will say the most profound thing. Exactly, God will speak to you through other people, and if you can't accept it, you can't hear it, then you might miss your blessing.
right,
You
exactly,
know, so you
exactly.
definitely got to be able to unclog your ears, so to speak, and hear what they're
Right,
saying.
right,
Because
right. And
there
I
are a
and I
lot of
learned how to
people
do
who,
it. I learned how to do
yeah,
it. And now my life
you got
is
to.
much different, brother. Like I met you, and that was a defining moment. Even when I met you, man, at the deal. When I let me tell you something. It taught me that there are people in this world that when they say they coming, they coming. You came and found me. I was like, I didn't really come and find me. I was like, Ray
Yeah,
Watson come and
yeah,
find me.
yeah, man. Yeah. Thoughts of a classic, man. All that. Chevalier life. Oh, yeah. I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, man. I was impressed by you, man, and I was glad to meet you. That was probably one of the highlights. Believe it or not, that was one of the highlights of the festival. I did really
Oh,
well at the festival,
man.
also, so that was a good thing. But it was
Yeah.
great, man, making some of the connections that I made there. I feel very blessed by that whole situation, and I feel blessed by Chevalier Critiques and ChevalierLife.com. It's changed my life.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Um, yeah, we gonna get to that too.
Okay,
So,
okay.
so sacrifices. What sacrifices have you had to make in pursuit of your dream? Hold on. We lost you. We lost you.
Can you hear me? Am I back?
Hold on. All right. Yeah, you're back. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. The biggest sacrifice for me was the time that I spend with my family. I spend a lot more time on social media, and I used to, be fussing at my wife, talking about, put your phone down. I'm like, put your phone down, baby. I'm here. You can't have all this husband hearing you on your phone all day. But, you know, me and my wife kick it a lot. You know, we go out a lot and do a lot of things. And I wasn't able to do that, you know.
Oh, we lost you. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Can you
Last thing you
got me
heard
there?
was I wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to spend as much time and hang out with my wife as much and with my family. You know, I've had to get out, and because a lot of, you know, everything with Chevalier critiques and Chevalier life is a one man show basically. So I've had to
Hmm.
put a lot of time into that, and it's taken away from my family life. But you know,
Yeah.
I try to reassure them, you know, dad, husband's still here, and I love you. I'm just trying to create something different for myself. I don't want to work at General Motors for the rest of my life. You know,
I hear that. I hear that.
I don't want to
You
do
got to
that.
have
So
something that's your own.
right. And so that's what it's all about, man. I just wanted to make a change. And that, you know, that's the biggest sacrifice is my family. You know, another sacrifice, man, has been I've had to miss a lot of work at times to try to get things done that I need to get done. But that's all a part of the bigger plan.
Right, right. You
All a
got to
part of
keep
the
that
bigger plan.
bigger plan in focus.
Hmm.
You got to keep your eyes on the prize, on that bigger plan.
Oh yeah.
You got so much more than building trucks. It's
Yeah.
going to be so much. You got so many things to come. Thoughts of a classic man, the cigar tractor today, the different nightly vibes, and ChevalierLife.com. Man, you got a lot going on, and you finna blow up. You're gonna be big. You're gonna be big.
You know, man, I ain't even doing it to be big, but I want to be big. You know, I want to be like you know, Ray Watson
It's
with
gonna
Big Mike.
happen.
You know, I want to. You know, I want to. You know, I want to be like some. You know, some of what I see. But the only thing I really want to do, man, is just be different. I just want when people see me coming, they say that's a good brother. You know,
Yeah,
whether
yeah,
I'm making a bunch of money or whether I got 20,000 followers or two. I just if it's just that two, I want them to be able to look at me and say, you know what, it was something that dude did that blessed me today. That's all I
exactly,
really want. And if I can do that, man,
exactly.
I think I've achieved pretty much what my goal would be.
Right. That's exactly why I don't worry about the numbers on the live. I don't
Right.
worry about the numbers on the podcast. I don't worry about the numbers on the views on YouTube because if I can reach just one person with what I'm doing,
Hmm.
you and everybody else who's been on the show are dropping so many gems. And if that means something to somebody, then I've done my part and I'm happy with
Exactly.
that. So that's why I
Exactly.
have to keep going. I gotta keep going and doing what I'm doing. And you gotta keep going and doing what you're doing.
Oh, no doubt. I love it, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. You know what's good for me, what really feels good to me, you know, my sons have friends, you know, they're 16, 17 years old, and they got friends that follow Chevalier critiques. So first of all, there's nothing that I'm doing that they can't watch, which is important
Right,
for me. Second
right.
of all, you know, man, to hear them, like they reach out to me, you know, I'm like a second dad to a lot of these kids. You know, I do the booster club with the high school and run the concession stands. I do all this stuff. I've been doing all of this while I'm doing Thoughts of a Classic Man. It's about I'm spread pretty thin, but when those kids talk to me and they tell me that there's something that I did that made them feel good, man, that's what it's about, and that's what I mean
Yeah,
about community. And as
right,
black men
right.
and as men in general, but as black men, we gotta put that image out because there's a whole lot of negative stereotypes about us. You know,
A
we
whole
gotta put
lot.
out something positive, and that's what I'm trying
Right.
to do.
Change that narrative. Take it over,
Change it.
take control, and change that narrative. Yeah,
Exactly.
that's definitely what we got to do. We definitely
Exactly.
got to do that. So how has Chevalier life, the entirety of Chevalier life, changed your life?
Outside of taking away a lot of my time, man, I met some amazing people in the cigar culture. Let me say it again. I have met some amazing people in the cigar culture, man, that, you know, have been supportive, you know, that have been, you know, open with me, you know, about things. They've been constructive in their criticism, and I can hear that, you know, and apply that. I've learned some things that I shouldn't do. You know, I've learned a lot of that. But overall, man, it's been a total enhancement of my life. You know, I feel like I have two families. I have, you know, my family, my wife, my kids, and then I have my Chevalier Life cigar culture family, and that
Right.
family is growing, man, and you know, it's just growing by leaps and bounds. It's just amazing that the people that reach
Yeah.
out to me and some of the things they say, and I'm just like, wow, that, like, how did you get that? You know, how do you see that? You know,
Right.
what I post, man, I'm posting me. I'm not I'm not posting what I want people to see. I'm just posting me. If I got one like, cool. If I don't got none, cool. I'm posting me. I'm gonna keep posting
Right.
me. So what you're seeing is me all the time. That Tuesday night
Yeah,
vibe,
man.
I was vibing like that before I got on the internet. I was vibing like that. I come out here on this patio, man, and sit down. I got neighbor got dogs barking in the background. I don't care, man. I'm just glad to be. I'm glad to be at home and be able to say I'm blessed enough to have a nice home and have a great family and a place that I can
Right.
chill. And that's what it's all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, man. That is
That's
what it's
that's how
all about.
Chevalier Life has enhanced my life, man. It's made it sweeter, in a sense, and being able to enjoy the things that I'm blessed with. It really has. I haven't made a
Man,
lot
you,
of money, but I've got something way more valuable, and that's relationships.
right. That's way more valuable
Yeah,
because that it makes you feel more complete. You
yeah.
know, when you got those relationships with people that are built over nothing more than smoking cigars.
Smoking cigars, man. And believe me, I met some amazing people. I met a lady here when I first started this page by the name of Ayoki Millennium. She
Hmm.
runs the group You Are Smoking Hot on Facebook, and they have a page on Instagram too. But hey, man, I have to say, if it wasn't for her and Kia McClay, I probably wouldn't hardly know anybody in the cigar world right here in Dallas. I mean, every time I get out with them, they're introducing me, man, and they're so supportive. I like to call them my friends. They are, not what do they say, associates. I like to
Right.
call them my
Right.
friends, man. They pour
Friends.
into me and give me some great advice. And again, that's what it's all about, relationship.
Right. That's what it's all about, man. Relationships build a lot more than money. You know, you got good relationships, and you already feel rich. You feel full. You know,
Yeah,
that's what it's all about, man. And that's one thing that I love about cigars. You can build relationships with people that, like I said earlier, you would never have talked to before.
exactly,
You
exactly,
know,
exactly.
man. So you answered the next question, which is what has been the best part of your journey. You answered that already.
Hey, well, you did. That's it.
You answered that. So, what are your two most important principles?
you know, to be authentic. That's the most. To be authentic, to remain authentic, and to remain true to myself.
Yeah,
That's it. You just be true to myself and be authentic. If people
right,
trust you, they'll do business with you. You know, and if you're true to yourself, you'll do everything you can to maintain that trust that you have,
right,
the relationship you have with other people. I'm not gonna kiss
right,
anybody's ass. That's not me.
right.
But
At all.
but I'm gonna listen to you. And if there's any way that I can make a situation better, I'm gonna. So I try to be open and be authentic in every way that I can, man. Every way that I can. That's important to me. If I'm commenting on somebody's page, I'm telling them how I feel. But they're not gonna get any negativity from me. If I don't like something, you're just not gonna. But you're gonna get
Right,
something positive from me every time, because you never know what a person's situation is. Just like me, when I started this, man, this was all about getting past my own issues.
right, right,
The feelings that I had, the negative feelings that I had in myself. So I'm gonna do everything I can to be a support to anybody that I come in contact with. And if they burn me, they burn me. That's a part of it. It's a risk.
right, right.
Relationships
You're
are a
taking a
risk, no
risk.
matter what type
Yeah.
of relationship they are.
Whether it's business or personal, it's a risk.
It's a
You know.
risk. You
Yeah.
putting yourself out there, you don't know what you gonna come back with, so
Right. You
you
have
know
no idea.
yeah, so that's what I try to do, man. I just those are my principles. I apply them in every situation that I'm in, and I keep it simple. I don't need a whole bunch of principles. I just need them two.
And them two are really good principles. They work in every situation.
Yeah.
Be authentic
Yes, sir.
and be true to who you are. You know,
Yeah.
because people can smell fake.
Yeah,
You know, they can
yeah.
smell fake. They can
Especially in the
feel
cigar
fake. They
culture.
can smell fake. Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
especially in the cigar
Definitely.
culture.
You start talking about, oh, yeah, I only smoke Cubans. Yeah, whatever. If you lying about the cigars you smoke or knowing anything about cigars, you get found out quick.
Man, one of the things I like about the cigar life, with what you just said right there, I don't have a problem asking. I don't mind telling somebody, hey, I don't really know a lot about this one. What do you know about it? What can you teach me?
Exactly.
What can you teach
Right.
me about it? I'm not afraid to ask to be taught. You know, hey,
Which which will start another conversation that could possibly lead to another friendship.
exactly.
It's
Exactly.
that
It's happened
simple.
many times.
That's the way it happens. It's that
Hmm.
simple. You know? Yeah, man. So do you have any advice for anyone starting or thinking about starting a business?
My one piece of advice is don't be afraid to fail. Accept it, embrace it, and learn from it. Don't be afraid to fail. Accept it, embrace it, and learn from it. Let me tell you something. Jeff Bezos failed 20 times before he got going. He did. You know,
They say
all
they
all of
say
all of your captains of industry in this world have never been afraid to fail. Like they say,
right,
you know, they go out there, they'll start a business, you know, file bankruptcy and start again, and they start with a whole different plan than what they had, or they change something in particular. So,
right.
so I always say, don't be afraid to fail. I'm not, because to me, if I fail, I'm really kind of successful because now I know what I need to do the next time. I know
Exactly.
exactly what I need to do the next time, man, and
Or
that's
what
all.
not to do.
Hmm. Yeah,
I call failures lessons.
the
You know,
lessons.
if you fail, it's a lesson on, okay, well, that didn't work, so now let me try this.
Right,
And if that
right.
don't work, okay, that didn't work. Let me try this. You just gotta keep going until you make it, you know. And they say Shaq was cut from his what high school team, college team
Yeah,
before he made it to the
yeah,
NBA. I mean,
yeah,
come on
man.
now,
Shaq had a bumpy
Shaq
road
was
before he got
cut.
out there. Now look at him. Now he owns Little Caesars and all kinds of shit. He doing everything.
Little Caesars,
Buick
he
commercials.
everywhere. He
Yeah.
everywhere.
Uh
You
huh.
can't you can't turn the TV on without seeing Shaq.
Man, everywhere you go, you see a Shaq. Insurance, the general commercials. I used to think that was a little small company in Fort Worth, Texas, somewhere. I didn't know they were a big company.
Now they got Shaq.
Now they got Shaq. Now they are a force in the insurance industry. You know,
Right,
so
right.
I used to say this thing. You know, your setbacks are your setups for your comebacks.
Ooh, you got
That's
to say
that's.
that one
Let
more
me
time.
drop that nugget.
One more
Setbacks
time.
are setups for your comebacks.
Ooh,
So if you think just because you messed up, you just being set up for your comeback. Now you got the roadmap. You
yeah.
know, you was
Now you
driving
you got
blindly
the
down the
blueprint.
road. Now you got the roadmap. You know,
You know exactly what to do.
you know exactly what to do, and you may mess up again. You may be driving down that road and take the wrong exit again. But the next time you come through there, you know to keep going straight instead of getting off. You know,
Throw it in reverse and go
yeah,
back to where you need to
go
go.
back to where you need to be. And like I said, setbacks are setups, comebacks, man. You know, and I got a couple little nuggets, man, that I just things that I think about every day as I'm going through my life, man, my daily life. Things that
Don't
I
drop
say
them.
in my head all the time. You know,
Don't drop them because I could use some nuggets. I like nuggets.
so this is one that I wrote, and I can never get it right because I've kind of gotten past that stage of life now. But the man who I want to be tomorrow, and the man who I am, the difference in the man that I want to be tomorrow and the man that I am today is the decisions I make today.
Ooh,
You know, and
ooh.
so that was during a time, brother, when I was not what would be considered a classic man. I made a lot of bad decisions. At 54 years old, man, I'm just old enough to kind of be able to look back and see if I'm honest with myself the bad
Yeah.
decisions I made. And I'm honest about it. I'm not afraid to say it. And when I thought about that, man, I was like, man, I don't want to be this guy anymore. I want to be that guy. So I got to start today. You know, I got to start today making different
Yeah.
choices for my life. I was never on drugs or anything like that, but I was just reckless in everything, man. I didn't care.
Right. Right.
In my 20s, when I was in the Marine Corps at 18 years old, man, I mean, you got this kid that's kind of outgoing that, you know, I just was doing stuff, you know, just doing stuff. And
We're gonna leave that in the past.
hey, I have to learn as I go, bro. And you know, I was lucky enough that I was blessed to live, you know, to see 54 and be able to look back and say, okay, I'm glad I did this year. I'm glad that somebody grabbed me by the collar and said, hey, Yuel, chill out. You know, chill out. Chevalier. You know, my mom called me Chevalier. That's really my middle name, by the way.
That's a nice middle name there.
Yeah, I don't know where she.
That's a classic name, Chevalier.
Classic name. You know, I couldn't spell it till I was like the 9th grade, bro. I took a French class. That's how I learned to spell it. When I told the lady my name was, what my middle name was, I don't know why she asked the teacher. She said, "What's your middle name?" I said, Chevalier. She was like, "You know that's French, right?" I was like, "No, you know, I'm from the hood in Gary, Indiana. I didn't know that was French. I took French all the way through school because of that, dude. You know,
you got to find that out. You got to be able to say it.
Yeah, I couldn't even spell it, bro. I couldn't even spell it. She told me to write it on a piece of paper. I spelled it wrong. I'm serious. I'm not making this up, dude. I was in the 9th grade before I knew how to spell Chevalier. So now everything will be about the Chevalier life. Just know that when it started, I couldn't spell it.
But everything is about it, and every choice that you've made has led you to this point right here. You know, and that's a great thing. That's a great nugget right there. You got to say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Which one?
the nugget you just dropped.
Okay. So, see, I always get it messed up every time.
That's all right. That's all right.
They call that old age, brother. You live a little longer. And you even got no gray in your beard. I got
a few. In there, but I sometimes I tuck them and see that's one right there. I like to tuck them in.
Yeah.
You know, tuck them in.
The person that I want to be tomorrow, you know, versus the person I am today, you know, basically on those decisions that I make today, you know, just to be, I want to be a better man tomorrow, man. So, you know, I got to work today, making the right decisions, you know, to get me there. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what Chevalier life is all about, man. It's sort of like it's a chance for me it's like my do-over in life, in a sense, you know. And the cigar culture has helped me tremendously to get here.
Yeah, man, that's a great nugget, and that's a great thing. And the cigar culture will definitely pull some classicness, some growth out of you.
Oh, yeah.
Pull some grown man out of you, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be sitting up in the cigar shop, cigar lounge, with other people who are other classic men who smoke cigars and are part of that classic lifestyle, and not be classic or not learn to be that. You know what I mean?
What, Ray? And the women, the sisters of the leaf out here, hey, you got to be classic around them. You got to be a classic man. And they embody, because being a classic, you know, we say classic man, but, you know, I say thoughts of a classic man, and I say I'm classic. But, man, there's a lot of ladies out here that embody those same principles, man. And you see it in the lounges when you're dealing with them. You see them out socially and how they are. And, man, you know, I believe now, today's society, women are, you know, I know there was a time when men were supposed to be the higher level, you know, on the higher echelon. But, hey, man, my mom was a single woman, man. And everything that I know, everything that I've learned about even how to be a classic man, I learned it from my mom. My dad was a great guy. He wasn't there. He wasn't in the home with us. He did the best he could being a way dad. You know, he wasn't there.
Right.
But, man, women are holding it down in the cigar culture and in culture, period. And I'm amazed, man, and I'm proud. I'm proud of my mom. I'm proud of my sister. I'm proud of my wife, you know, because, you know, they've all been single parents at some point in their life, and they've had to raise sons. And, you know, I've heard people say that a woman can't raise a son, and I beg to differ, because my mom raised one hell of a classic man. I mean, She
Yeah,
did.
man.
And my wife has raised two amazing boys, man. I'm proud because they're not my stepsons, they're my sons, man. I love those boys.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, I've got two boys myself and an 11-year-old daughter. And let me tell you something, man. They're all one big happy family. They love one another, and that's
That's
due
beautiful.
to strong mothers. You know, strong mothers
Yeah,
instill that.
yeah.
So I hate when, even when we talk about it in the cigar culture, it's all about the men. And hey, man, there's some ladies out there that's doing this thing in the cigar culture, man. It's
Got to
amazing.
get a classic woman on the Herfador next.
Yeah, you know what? We got to figure out who that's gonna be. We got to see who that's
We got
gonna
to
be.
figure it out. We got to figure it out. You got to help me with that. We're gonna
Hey,
figure
man,
it out. We're
we
gonna get
gonna
one.
figure it out. We gonna reach out to a couple. I done met a couple of them, and I tell you what, they're amazing, man. They sharp.
Right, man. I'm telling you, man. That's beautiful when things come together like that, and that is beautiful. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
and in the black culture, you're right. We're nothing without our women.
nothing.
You know, because nobody supports and protects a black man like a black woman.
Nobody.
You know what I mean?
I don't hate on
Nobody.
nobody that doesn't have a black woman. If you married to a white woman, that's great. You know, because there's some white women out there that do the same thing, man. But as it relates
Right.
to what, you know, kind of our subject, you know, black women are, you know, they're here for us. They always have been. They've always been the backbone of the family. When the man gets tired, she comes in and gives him that clarity. When he gets down,
Yeah.
she gives him that clarity and say, hey, you can make it. You can make it.
Yeah.
We need you. We need you.
Yeah.
You know, black
Ain't
women have
nothing like.
always done that in society, man. And
Yeah,
that's,
man.
they don't get enough credit for that.
At all. And there's nothing like the support of a black woman. Nothing like it. You know. They push you when you're not willing to push yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's beautiful right there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, man. So
I
so
got you
what's
jumping
next?
all over your sheet over there. I bet you I got you
That's all
jumping
right.
all over your
That's
sheet.
all right.
This is an
That's
organic
okay.
conversation, man.
That's what it is. That's all the Herfador is, man. Excuse me. Organic conversation. That's
It's
all it is.
it's fluid. You know, I like to
That's
keep
what
it
it.
fluid.
That's what it's supposed to be. That's what it's supposed to be. Conversation. That's why I call it a conversation.
Yes,
It
sir.
ain't no interview. It's a conversation, man. It's a
Yes, sir.
conversation,
Yes, sir.
man. So what's next for Chevalier critiques in the Chevalier life?
Well, going forward, um, I have an ultimate goal, and it's that dream from the Red Cat in Houston, is to own a spot like that where everyone can come, black, white, whatever you are, whatever you identify as. You can come, be comfortable, savor some cuisine, maybe. You know, I'm not sure on that part yet. I don't know if I want to go that far, but you know, and come in and have a great glass of whiskey, enjoy a cigar, enjoy a cool vibe, man, and let me spoil you, let me entertain you, let me be responsible for your relaxation. That's what I
Yeah,
like to
man.
do, and I like to have a spot. You know what it's gonna be called, Chevalier's, and I want to create an environment where everybody can come in and just enjoy the cigar lifestyle. You know, I want to, you know, I don't know how thoughts of a classic man will play into that. Maybe my conversations with some people, but the music.
The
And I tell
music.
you what, and I
Yeah.
might, if I'm not too old and feeble by the time that happens, I might get up and sing a little something.
Uh oh. Uh
I might
oh.
get up and sing a little something.
We gonna get you on the mic.
Hey man, they can get me on the mic, especially if my wife's sitting out there, because my wife always uses reverse psychology on me. We'll go to a party or something, she'll be like, sing a little something, baby. I'll be like, no, you know, I ain't feeling it. And then somebody else will ask me, she said, oh, he'll do it for you, girl. He'll do it for you. And I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I don't even think I sound that good, but you know, I got a little melody in me here.
And if I'm there, you know what I'm gonna say? He can't sing.
And then
He can't sing.
he can't sing.
He
I'd be
can't
like, man,
sing.
you right, bro. Let me fire up this next cigar here. I'm moving over here.
Nah, you got to get up there. You got to
I
get
need a
up
little,
there.
I need a little more whiskey in that glass before I get up there.
I tell you what. I tell you what. You sing. I'm gonna do James Brown. How about that?
Hey, we can do that. Hey, go and bust something for me now, man. Go and bust a little
Huh?
something. Go and hit something for me now. You know
A
what?
little,
You seem real
a little
talented. I
James.
bet you got a little. You can do a
A
little
little
something.
James. I
Yeah,
can do a
go
little James. I can
go
do
do
a
a
little
little
James.
James.
Get up, Pop.
Oh yeah, you got it right
Get
there.
up, Pop.
You got it right there, bro. You got it.
Yeah, I can. Look. Here we go. Here we go. Get up and do my thing.
Yeah, move it. Yeah, yeah. All right, I tell you what. Since you did that, I'm gonna give you a little bit of Luther, just a little bit.
All right. Here
Ready?
we go.
I'm
Here
gonna
we
do it.
go.
I know my wife is probably sitting somewhere watching this, and she ain't gonna believe I did. You see, she laughing on the thing. Sooty girl
I'm
said,
leaning in. I'm leaning in the head. I'm leaning
"All
in.
right."
I'm leaning in.
So I'm gonna hit a little piece of a little old school, okay?
Let's go.
Know and love the way I do, I can say for certain that it's true. There's a chance for me and you, baby. That's all I got, bro.
Do you see how I'm sitting?
That's all
And
I
you
got.
sitting there. And you sitting there talking about. You see, I had to pull the glasses down on you.
Hey, I can't sing none of this new shit. I
Yes, you
can't
can.
sing none
It go like
because it's
this.
all
It go like
X-rated.
this. Look, it go like this. Hey. Hey.
But
Hey.
there are a few songs that I
Hey.
like, though. There are a few that I like.
A
You
few
know,
of them, yeah. A few of them, yeah. A
the
few of them,
baby,
yeah.
man. I'll tell you what, the baby, that young fella is the man. Ball if I want to. Let me tell you something. That's my boy right there. That's
I
all I
tell you
got,
what,
bro.
I believe his flow was born in the wrong era.
I agree. Because he don't sound like some of his counterparts
He
out there,
don't.
man.
He
And
don't.
then when
His,
you listen to his lyrics, he talking about something. Even though it's a little raunchy. But, you know what I mean? Those are the conversations that men have been having for years. So it's
forever.
not like we haven't been talking about it. But
Right.
that boy's cold. That boy
Yeah.
cold, man.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
can't
man.
sing none of the new stuff, man. I can't hit none of them notes like that no more. I used to be able to get all up in my Howard Hewitt falsetto, but cigars and whiskey, man, they kill
Oh
it.
man, that's all I have to be when we link up. I gotta hit it. I gotta hit it. I gotta hit the falsetto when we link up. I'm gonna have to hear it.
You get some
I gotta
falsetto
hear
now, boy. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go to bed after that. I'll be tired.
it. Oh man. Man,
Oh,
I really appreciate you accepting my invitation, man. I really do.
brother,
I
I was
really
honored,
appreciate
man.
it.
I was honored and even surprised that I even get an invitation to something like this, man. And this is an amazing forum that you have, bro. I follow you, so I see what you got going, man. It really is amazing. It's some of what I aspire to be. I want to tell you that right now. I look at you as somebody that I want to kind of follow in your footsteps. I'm glad I met you, and I'm glad that we're creating our friendship, our relationship. I'm gonna be coming
Yes,
down there to
sir.
kick it with you and your wife, and
Come on, man.
and she was,
Come
hey,
on.
she cool as she wanna be, dude. She don't even say a whole lot. She just got boss vibes. She got boss vibes, bro. You tell her I
Yeah,
said so
man.
too. She
Yeah,
got them.
yeah. She heard you. She listening. She
Oh,
rocking. She heard
hey.
you.
She got it, bro.
Oh,
I just check it out. She's like, y'all gonna take a picture or what? Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
we
Yes,
gonna
ma'am.
get that
We'll
picture.
take a picture. Oh man, this has been great. This has been amazing. Um, hey, look, I got some things I'm gonna run past you. This gonna be off air,
Okay.
you know.
Well,
But
can I do something
yeah,
real
man.
quick? Can I say something
What
real
you got?
quick?
Say what you say.
All
Talk
right.
the talk.
So when I first got on Instagram, there were some people that I didn't know that I started following, and they started kind of. I sent them some messages, man, and they actually gave me advice because I was like, "What do I got to do to get my page like yours?" So let's see, Anya Ramirez. She may not remember this. I see she just joined the live. She was one of them, and Bobby January was another. Bobby January, she put Coach B put some stuff out there for you, man. Look here, I be thinking about some stuff, man, and she just put it out there. And I messaged her one time, and she told me that she was in the cigar world as well. And
Mm,
she gave me some good advice, and so did Anya Ramirez, man. They both did. They gave me some great advice. And there's a brother out of Carolina, the cigar boss,
mm,
Fitzgerald Gaston. Let me tell you, he came to Dallas about a month ago. He drives a truck, when he's not
uh-huh.
doing all his other stuff. He's a truck driver. And he came, he was about 10 minutes from my house, bro. And he called me and said, man, how close are you to Terrell, Texas? I said, it's the next exit. And he said, man, I know we ain't
Wow.
never met, man, but we always chopping it up. And I'm in Terrell. I said, bro, I'll be over there in 15 minutes. And I picked him
Wow.
up and I brought him to my house, man. And we sat out on this patio and we drank some whiskey, man. He wasn't feeling well. And so I took him, his wife's a doctor and she prescribed some stuff for him. I took him, so he could go get it. But man, let me tell you what that did. That created a friendship that I don't think I'll ever change. Man, that dude's amazing. I learned
Yeah.
so much from
Yeah.
him, just talking with him that day and online. But Anya Ramirez and Bobby January, man, were the first two people, outside of Aoki Millennium who I met here in Dallas. Those are the first two people that I ever sent messages to that responded to me, man. And that's when I realized I got to remain open,
Yeah.
remain
Yeah.
authentic, because people don't just do that, especially women. They don't just do
Right.
it. And so, I saw Anya jump on here. I want to make sure I shout her out, man. And I think she's got a new cigar line starting up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she might be one you want to talk to. Either
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
Bobby
we gonna have to.
January, man. Let
I
me
gotta
tell you,
get on the Herfador. Oh,
bro, Bobby
yeah.
January is deep, man. You need, if you're not following her, you need to follow her on her morning. She got 2 pages. She got one that's kind of more personal on her cigar stuff, and then she's got her Coach Bobby January stuff. Bro, if you got any doubts about yourself or any doubts about anything going on in your life, when you read them quotes, she dropping nuggets for real. These are like cinder blocks falling out of the sky, bro.
Man, I'm gonna need
Bobby
you to send me
January,
all 3 of them.
yeah, you got to catch
Send
Bobby
me all
January.
3 of them. All 3 of them profiles.
Yeah, you got hit both the Bobby Januaries and Anya Ramirez, man. And I've watched her as she's been posting, and you could, all posts tell a story, right?
Right. Right.
It's like I've watched her almost build her business. She's just going through the steps and building her business. She's out there hustling. She's at all of the cigar festivals, or a lot of them. I saw her. I think she was at one in Miami a while back. I feel like I know her, man, but I've used that as kind of a roadmap to say, what I want to do, and I've been doing that.
Yeah.
So she's an amazing lady, man. Amazing lady.
Yeah. Send me all 3 of them profiles. All of them. Cigar balls too. Send me all of them.
January though, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some thought-provoking stuff she be putting down there.
Yeah. I need some thought-provoking stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, man. I really, again, I appreciate you. I appreciate this conversation. I appreciate you accepting my invitation.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate everybody for spending time with us this evening in the Herfador. Man, I'm going to let you go on and enjoy that cigar. I'm going to go and finish this Emperor's cut right here, man. And we're going to chop it up in the future, man. We're going to chop it up.
Well, stay tuned for the, what's today, Thursday? There's going to be a
Today,
Thursday night
Thursday.
live. I got to
It's going to be
burn
one?
some of this energy off. I'm excited.
I'm gonna jump on the vibe with you. I'm gonna jump on the vibe with
There's
you.
going to be a Thursday night vibe in a few, man. I don't know what I'm going to be playing. I know I got some Maker's Mark 101 over there. I got a bottle of that over here. I think you can probably see it over there.
Okay, yeah.
A couple of days. But I'm going to hit this Maker's Mark, man. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to go kiss my wife, though, because I ain't seen her today. I know she I haven't seen her today. I haven't seen her since 4 this morning, so I'm going to kiss my wife.
Oh, that's a long time. Don't do what you do, man.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Yes,
Ray,
sir.
I can't wait to see you, man. We going to kick it when I come down there, man.
We got to. We got to. Man.
Definitely.
We got to.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm so honored to be on your show, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. And have a good night.
All right, you too, brother.